Hello everybody, Shinjo here, welcome back to the channel and another seasonal anime breakdown. This time is for the summer season and I got nothing else to say. Let's go through this, and I already see that I have a couple of things to add here from Oshinoko and Tower of God, so I am definitely looking forward to both of them. To be honest, I'm not really sure what's gonna happen at Oshinoko because I don't know anything about the source material, and Tower of God is been a while ago, so I don't know what is gonna happen next, and I don't know why it's taking so long to add something on here, so I suppose that I'll just do that later. Wait, is this Tower of God? Ja Wagnon can't even seem to pass the 20th floor. Even after failing time after time again, he refuses to give up on his journey. On this journey, he meets a mysterious and powerful character named Veal. Wang Nong invites Veal to join his team of regulars. The journey continues with new challenges at every turn. Well, it says Tower of God, but it doesn't seem like it's the second season, so I don't know. It says something underneath there, unless it's like a prequel or something. So what I decided to do instead is grab a piece of paper and just write down these anime, since it doesn't seem like I'm gonna have any luck adding them on here, which makes sense because that seemed like how it was last seasonal breakdown, but whatever. So up next, and I'm definitely gonna butcher this name, but it's like Alias sometimes hides your feelings in Russian or something like that. Let's see what it's about. Smart, refined, and strikingly gorgeous, half Russian, half Japanese, Alisa, I'm not even gonna try and pronounce all of that, is considered the idol of her school. With her long silver hair, mesmerizing blue eyes, and exceptionally fair skin, she has captured the hearts of countless male students while being highly admired by all others. Even so, due to her seemingly unapproachable persona, everyone remains wary around the near-flawless girl. One of the few exceptions is Alisa's benchmate, Masachika Kuze, a relatively average boy who spends his days watching anime and playing gacha games. Yeah, there's definitely not going to be references there. Despite his nonchalant behavior, Masachika is the sole student to receive Alisa's attention. Unable to be fully honest, Alisa is frequently harsh on Masachika and only expresses her affection in Russian. Unbeknownst to her, however, Masachika actually understands the language, yet simply pretends otherwise for his own amusement. As the odd pair continues to exchange witty and playful remarks, their relationship gradually grows more romantic and delightful, and Alisa might be finally able to freely convey her true feelings. Okay, that actually sounds really interesting. I was definitely going to watch it anyway because Doga Kobo, but now that I know some form of context behind it, I'm actually really interested. And then next is that Isekai Suicide Squad. That's right, I do remember that everybody was hyping that up. Personally, myself, I probably am not going to watch it. The only way that I would is if it's recommended to me. But yeah, we're just going to move on. And up next is Gimai Seikasu. Yuta Asamura gets a new stepsister after his father remarries, Saki Ayase, who happens to be the #1 beauty of their school year. Hold on. Yuta gets a new stepsister. Oh, okay. And Saki is the stepsister. Okay. They promise each other not to be too close, not to be too opposing, and to simply keep a vague and comfortable distance, having learned important values about men and women relationships from their parents' previous one. Saki, who has worked alone for the sake of her family, doesn't know how to properly rely on others, whereas Yuta is unsure of how to truly treat her. Standing on fairly equal ground, these two gradually learn the comfort of living together. Their relationship progresses from strangers to friends as the days pass. This is a story that might one day lead to love. Okay, sure. It sounds nice in a way, but considering how I know about step-sibling anime before, it's definitely gonna go bad, I feel, but I'm gonna hope it doesn't. Oh, here it is, the one that I saw everybody talking about. Shiranoko Noko Koshi Nantan. I don't know how to actually pronounce it. The only thing I know about it is like a small trailer bit that I saw, and then the meme that everybody shows about the one character dancing around. No one knows Toriko used to be a delinquent. All of her classmates only know her as a perfect student. But everything changes when Noko-tan, a transfer student with antlers, enters her life. Antlers aren't the only thing strange about Noko-tan. Her dear nose can sniff out Toriko's secret past. Whether it's at school or the zoo, chaos follows this doe-eyed girl every step. Toriko has so many questions. Is Noko-tan a deer, a girl, or something in between? Oh my gosh, that definitely sounds really funny. And the fact that it's Wit Studio of all things, something like this I would imagine would be Doga Kobo or something, but it isn't. Although it's interesting, actually I could probably check because I think it shows it down below. Okay, so it is a manga source. I would have been more impressed if it was based off of nothing, because the fact that it's just so out there means that you can just do whatever with it. But regardless, I am definitely looking forward to this. It definitely seems like something that could be, honestly, if it wasn't for Tower of God and Oshinoko, maybe one of the highlights of the season. So we have Gigi Harem. And even though it's called Gigi Harem, it is only a slice of life label. Interesting. Eiji Kitahama, a second-year high school student, just wants to be popular. To help him realize his dream, Rin Nanakura, his junior in the drama club, uses her acting skills to create a harem of loving girls for him. Though the various girls all show fondness around Eiji, the affection of the actress behind them is very real. Rin's colorful acting continues to delight Eiji, but will the starlet herself ever make her way into his heart? Oh! See, it didn't really say it outright in there, but she's all of these characters. I'm sure that was obvious to everybody else watching but me, but hey, my sleep schedule is all out of whack, so my brain's not exactly connected right now. So it's a bit of a spin on My Dress Up Darling, for lack of a better term. I don't know. I might be willing to watch it and continue it. I don't know. At the same time, I don't want to have a large list of anime to watch from this season, but at the same time, I can almost imagine that a lot of the stuff I'm going to be dropping, except for Cafe Terrace, right there. Come to think of it, I don't think I've ever brought it up on the channel. Even when I discussed the seasonal breakdown for whatever year the first season came out, I think it was a couple of years back, maybe even last year. But I don't even think it got an honorable mention there, which is kind of upsetting because it's like quintessential quintuplets where it's a group of 5 girls, totally coincidental, but at the same time it feels different. It actually feels like it's more than just bait, for lack of a better term. But anyway, if you guys want me to talk about Cafe Terrace later on after the first season and second season are both complete, I can. It might even make my countdown for 2024, who knows. Atri, My Dear Moments. In the near future, a sudden and unexplained sea rise has left much of human civilization underwater. Ikaruga Natsuki, a boy who lost his mother and leg in an accident some years earlier. I lost my spot. Returned disillusioned from a harsh life in the big city to find his old countryside home half swallowed by the sea. Left to his name is the ship and submarine left to him by his oceanic grandmother and her debts. His only hope to restore that dream for the future that he has lost is to take up an opportunity presented to him by the suspicious debt collector Catherine. They set sail to search for the sunken ruins of his grandmother's lab in order to find a treasure rumor says she left there. Okay, that's a bit coming off weird in my mouth. But what they find is not riches or jewels. It is a strange girl lying asleep in the coffin at the bottom of the sea. Atri. Atri is a robot, but her appearance and her wealth of emotions would fool anyone into thinking she's a living, breathing human being. In gratitude for being salvaged, she makes a declaration to Natsuki. I want to fulfill my master's final order. Until I do, I'll be your leg. In a little town slowly being enveloped by the ocean, an unforgettable summer is about to begin for this boy and his mysterious robot girl. It's a visual novel. Okay. First of all, that seems really close to A Lull in the Sea. It's a bit of an older show for a lot of people that might not even know it, but it really revolves around water as well, and like the whole town is like half water, half not. Second of all, I feel like I have seen this. I'm not crazy, but I remember reading something about the near future and the sea rise, and I feel like that was it. I don't know if this got delayed or anything like that, or if there's just another anime that is similar to that, but it just feels oddly similar. But regardless, I'm looking forward to it. Next we have Katsui Maho Shoujo to Aku wa Tekitai Shiteta. The manga tells the story of Mirai, who leads an evil organization trying to take over and destroy everything. Earth is under attack, but a magical girl named Byakuya Mimori stands up to Mira's group. As they face off, something unexpectedly happens. Mira falls in love with Mimori. Okay. It is Studio Bones, which might actually help, but I don't know. Next we have Make Heroine ga Osugiru. Kazuhiko Nukumizu, a self-proclaimed background character, accidentally witnessed his popular classmate Ana Yanami being rejected by her childhood friend. Since then, Kazuhiko has been involved with several Kazuhiko has become involved with several loser heroines, including Ana. What? Several loser? Okay. Okay, so this is all in the context of like video game terminology. Okay. That's also weird that there's a character called Ana Yanami. That's really close to Yamada from Dangers in My Heart. Totally coincidental, but certainly interesting. Next we have Koi wa Futago de Wakaranai. Jun Shirasaki and the Jinguiji sisters are childhood friends and neighbors. When Jun's first girlfriend, the older sister, breaks up with him, she says something that complicates the three people's relationship, their first loves, and their romance. Oh, there was like a twin anime that I saw was going to be coming up. That might be it. Yeah, I mean, it may actually be good. The studio is Roll 2, which I don't recognize at all. But to be fair, Zom 100 was a new studio, and I really enjoyed that. Alright, just based off of this picture, I'm not sure if I want to read this. Boku no Suma wo Kanajo ga nai. Takuma is a single guy who does nothing but go to work and come home. Too tired to do chores, he decides to get a robot to cook and keep house. Mina-chan is such a good housekeeper. Takuma jokes that she should become his wife. Mina takes Takuma's joke seriously, and slowly the two start doing more things together, like having a picnic outside. As time goes by, Takuma starts to fall for Mina, but can a human and a robot ever have an equal and loving relationship? It's Tezuka Productions. I definitely recognize the name. What from, I don't know. The picture is putting me off, but I think I'm gonna at least keep it in mind. At the same time, it may be one of those things where it comes off as cringy at first, but it actually turns wholesome. Or it may be the exact opposite. Delico's Nursery. Delico is an aristocrat from the prestigious Delico family and an elite member of the Blood Pact Council who has a promising future. He is ordered to carry out a certain mission by the Blood Pact Council, the highest governing body of vampires. But Dolly flatly refuses. When Gerhard, Dino, and Henrique, who are frustrated fellow members of the Diet, go to try and persuade Dolly, they find Dolly cradling a young child himself. Meanwhile, a mysterious series of murders targeting vampires occurs in the streets. There seems to be some sort of past between Dolly and the antisocial organization Pendulum. which is believed to be the mastermind. A tale of noblesse, oblige, whatever, childcare struggles by vampire aristocrats. Will it be possible to balance a spell-ended gothic world with the careless child rearing that takes pride in? Of all things to mix together, yeah, I'm gonna pass. Now we have Bye Bye Earth. In a world of anthropomorphic animals, Belle LeBlanc was born as the only human being. Having no fangs, fur, or scales, she was called Faceless, and she lived in a lonely life that no one else could identify with. I want to be part of the world. With such longing in her heart, she decides to set on a journey to find her roots, carrying the Runding, a great sword as tall as she is. She doesn't know how many adversaries await her along the way. Yeah, that actually sounds interesting. Although the catch to that is it doesn't really say much about the show in general, but at the same time, it's really vague enough that gets me interested. Oh shoot, wait a minute. Second season of Shy? Huh, interesting. For anybody that's actually watched it, was it actually good? I wanted to watch it, but there's so many things to watch, so I don't know if it's actually good, but whatever. Kono Sekai wa Fukazan Sugiru. Nicola is just a village girl working at the inn until the day the dragons invade, and she meets Haga, a scholar of everything around him. He's a part of an elite society called Seeker, created to address a series of maladies plaguing their unusually peaceful world. But both Nicola and Haga have secrets they hide, ones that will change their very existence. Okay. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not really grabbing me. Abkara Hajimaru Tansaku Eiyutan. Meet Kaito Takagi, your typical high schooler with a low profile. He spends his days exploring dungeons in Japan, hunting slime for extra cash. On the side, he quietly admires his childhood friend, the popular girl in class. One day, a rare golden slime shows up, and after Kaito defeats it, he finds a super valuable item. A card that can summon mythical beings. He decides to use it in summoning a stunning warrior maiden. Now Kaito has a chance to rise above his ordinary explorer life. Get ready for a modern fantasy story filled with battles. So these battles that he's having aren't in the video game, they're in real life. I would assume. I mean, it may be something that I don't even enjoy, or just not up to my standards. Of course, I'm not really sure what standards I actually have, but we're gonna pretend that I have standards. Alright, so this will be easy. So there's another Ultimate Muscle coming out for the 40th anniversary. I know very little about Ultimate Muscle besides the dub opening, so that's all I can say about the matter. There's a new season of Sengoku Yoku. I don't know if it was just good or whatever. I don't know. And then we have Mayonaka Punch, a comedy about two YouTubers who were active on YouTube, the world's largest video posting site. And the theme is vampires. You know, I can kind of see it. Never thought that we'd have two YouTube-based series, but we do have two. And this is Tasuketsu. The story follows a group of 5 in a world where people have suddenly disappeared. A mysterious self-proclaimed emperor gathers 5 people together through anonymous messages and has them participate in the game. The participants answer the question, do you want to live or die? The game only has one. Majority dies. Huh? Okay. I'll write it down. At the same time, I don't know if it's going to be like legitimately good, like an underground hit like Summertime Rendering was from a few years back, or if it's going to be overly edgy like all the other psychological anime end up being. Alright, so that covers this season. And honestly, there's not really like a lot that are a huge standout. Like obviously, Oshinoko and Tower of God are going to be talked about just based off of the fact that it's Oshinoko and Tower of God. But at the same time, besides those two, and Cafe Terrace, and then a couple of other ones that were relatively recent, there's not really like Well, I mean, I guess My Hero is continuing, so technically speaking. But honestly, outside of sequels, I think my favorite, or the one I'm looking forward to, I should actually say, is either Alia Hides Your Feelings in Russian, or that one about the deer girl, because I feel like that one's just going to be so absurd that it's hilarious. But let me know what you think down in the comment section. If you enjoyed, make sure to hit that like button, and see you next time. Momentai.